Good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and faithful followers. Tonight is very special.
Is it your birthday?
No, it's not my birthday. It's not yours either. It's a very special day.
What's so special about it?
It's my number 50. I've made a golden number. I'm on my golden anniversary. Yeah, 50.
Cool.
Do I get anything for it?
There's some birdseed?
No, I was hoping more for something like peanut brittle.
Okay. We'll get you some peanut brittle.
Thank you very much.
What are you doing?
I'm bowing. It's polite. Okay. Now, I'm going to say the name tonight, Elijah, and that's going to be different than Elisha. And I'm going to say it just like that, Elisha, because I think it sounds super cool.
Okay.
Now, about this person, Elisha helps a friend.
Okay.
Now, see, all of his life, Elijah, the prophet, he tried to bring the Israelites of the north and their wicked kings back to the worship of the true God. But, it's kind of rough going sometimes when people don't listen. Yeah, like kindergartners.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he taught other prophets to help him in his work. And among these, his closest friend and helper was Elisha. Oh, they should not name each other so much like that. One should be Bob and one should be Ted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. See, that's not too confusing. But anyway, when Elijah was old, Elisha saw God carry him in heaven in a fiery chariot. Unbelievable, let me tell you. And it was pulled by horses of fire and carried upward in a whirlwind. Like that. And Elijah, he climbed into the chariot and it began to fly towards heaven. Like a roller coaster.
That's not what the book says.
Okay, I added that part. His coat, it fell at Elisha's feet. It fell off. He needed buttons or some Velcro. And then showing that God had chosen him to take Elijah's place. Okay, no more saying those names in the same sentence. Not a good thing. So here goes. After this, Elisha began traveling from place to place, helping the people, teaching them about God, and leading them in their worship. He's like a revival minister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, evangelist.
Yeah, he's an evangelist. But then one day, you know what happened?
I don't know.
Elisha, he visited a little town named Shuneman. It's hard to say. And a rich woman, well, there, she invited him to eat with her, because that's hospitable too. I've got a new word. I'm using it as much as I can. Hospitable. He enjoyed himself so much that afterwards, whenever he passed by that city, he always stopped and visited and ate with the kind lady. I bet you she had good recipes too.
Oh, yeah.
And then one day, the lady said to her husband, "It seems that this man of God passes our way often. Let's build a little room for him upstairs that he can stay in whenever he comes." Oh, yeah, he's getting a guest bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So they built a nice, clean little room, and in it, they put a bed and a table and a chair and a big screen TV and I know what that means. It means get back on the text. And a chair and a lamp, and that was it. No big screen TV. Wow. So Elisha was very pleased with this room that was his own. He enjoyed staying in it, and he was very, very thankful to the lady for building it for him. And he told her, "You have been very kind to me." Well, that's easy to see. "And now what can I do for you? You'll pay back. Shall I ask the king or the commander of the army for some favor for you?" Yeah, I could do that, and they would help me. And the lady said, no, thank you, she replied. "I'm happy here with my own people. I don't want to be moved into a big palace." She was, what do you call that when people don't want to be paid back?
Humble.
Yeah, she's humble. Anyway, Elisha, he tried to think of something he could do for the lady. You know, he could do a dozen red roses. Girls like that. And then his servant, his name was Gehazi. Gehazi had an idea. Yeah, he said, the lady's husband is old, and she has no one else. No children at all. Oh, we've discussed this before. She's really embarrassed, probably, because she's not a mommy. Yeah, that happened to Sarah, too, right?
Kind of.
So they called the woman up to their room. And as she stood there in the doorway, Elisha told her, this time next year, you will have a baby boy. Hey, is that prophesying?
I think that's kind of predicting.
And guess what? It happened. But I'm not supposed to read ahead. So, the happy woman, she was so glad to hear this. And all year long, she waited and prepared things for the baby that was coming. You know, she knitted little blankies and got diapers ready and a cradle and all that stuff. But no diaper genie. Oh, no. Real diapers. And after this, Elisha had promised, the baby boy, he was born. And he was his mother's and father's greatest joy. Yeah. And several years later, when he grew up a little bit, when the boy had grown, he went out with his father in the fields. Yeah, you know, just like Dad. And he was out standing there in the hot sun when suddenly he just cried out, oh, my head! What's wrong with his head?
Keep reading.
Well, he was sick. He was sick. Got it? So, seeing that his son was very sick, the father said to his servants, carry him into his mother. The mother led her boy in and put him in her lap all morning, and she did everything she could for him. But about noon, that means 12 o'clock for you kindergartners that know how to tell time. 12 o'clock. He died. A moment of silence, please. Okay. The sad lady carried him upstairs to Elisha's room and laid him on the bed. And then she hurried downstairs and she said, I am going to see the prophet. And she told her husband, and she left on a donkey and the servant that had saddled it up for her. Women didn't travel alone like that in the olden days.
Nope, but she did.
When Elisha saw the woman riding fast towards him, he sent Gehazi out to greet her and meet her. Is everything all right with you? How are your husband and your child? Because, see, they weren't with her, so that's kind of weird. Gehazi asked, but the woman, she would not even stop. Everything is fine, she told him, and she kept right on going until she reached Elisha. And then she got off of the donkey and bowed down and began sobbing. But she did not tell Elisha what was wrong. Elisha knew that she was very sad. But he waited quietly until she finally spoke. He was being compassionate. And did I ask you to give me a son? She said. And immediately Elisha knew, something had happened to the boy. And maybe he thought he ran off into the army or something.
Maybe he did.
He sent Gehazi to the woman's house, and the woman came behind. Yeah. Mr. G, Gehazi, he's a faster runner. And before Elisha and the lady reached the house, Gehazi came running back to him. And he had already gotten to the house and seen the boy. Yeah, dead. The child did not awaken, he whispered to Elisha. Surely enough, Elisha found the child lying in his room, his guest room.
Right.
He closed the door, so that he and the child were alone. Private time. Then he laid down on the bed on top of the child, not smushing him. Somebody else did this before.
Just the other night.
Yeah, when somebody got brought back to life. Yeah, I remember. He put his mouth and his eyes and his hands upon those of the boy, and the boy's body began to feel warm, just as Elisha's did. Elijah got up, walked around the room a bit, and then he laid down upon the child again. He needs more warming up, like a mother bird sitting on an egg. That's what it's like. I know this. This works. Suddenly, the boy sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes. Maybe he only had hay fever.
No.
Elisha called to the lady, "Come and get your son." And the lady could hardly believe it when she saw her son sitting up and looking about. She fell at Elisha's feet, thanking him again and again. Then she lovingly picked up her son and carried him downstairs. She probably fed him some chicken noodle soup next.
Maybe.
And after that, I bet you, he wasn't let to get far away from them. It was a close call. Yeah. But you know what? God made it okay. He fixed it. Another miracle. You know what's another miracle?
What?
I made it 50 times.